The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are the group of islands located in the Bay of Bengal to the east of Indian mainland. The islands are an Indian union territory and are administratively divided into two districts, the Andaman Islands and the Nicobar Islands. The islands share maritime boundaries with Thailand and Indonesia to the west, Myanmar to the northwest, and the Bay of Bengal to the east. The Andaman Islands are an archipelago located in the Bay of Bengal. They are primarily hilly and mountainous, with the highest point being Saddle Peak at 732 meters. The islands are also characterized by a series of narrow coastal plains and mangrove swamps. The islands are mostly covered by dense rainforests. The total area of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is 8,249 square kilometers and it ranks the third among the Union territories. The majority of the forest cover is found in the Andaman Islands, with the Nicobar Islands having a slightly lower forest coverage. The forests in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are primarily tropical moist and the tropical rainforest. These type of forests are characterized by their high biodiversity and the presence of the wide variety of plant and animal species. The forest cover in these islands play an important role in maintaining the ecological balance and also provide livelihood to the tribes living in the islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands do have several rivers. Most of them are small and medium sized and are found in the hilly and mountainous regions of the islands. These rivers are typically short and swift flowing and are an important source of fresh water for the local population. They are also known for the crystal clear water and are considered as a major tourist attraction. The rivers in Andaman and Nicobar Islands are usually less than 20 km in length. Some of the notable rivers in Andaman Islands are Barefoot Bay River, Bharti River, Dudhnala River, Farargani River, and Kalpong River. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are home to several mountains. Most of them are located in the Andaman Islands. The highest peak in Andaman Islands is Saddle Peak, which stands at 732 meters. This peak is located in the North Andaman Island and is the highest point in the archipelago. The other notable peaks in the Andaman Islands include Mount Harriet, Mount Diavolo, and South Button. These mountains are covered with the dense tropical forests and are home to a wide variety of plant and animal species. Many of the plant species found on the mountains are endemic to the islands and are not found anywhere else in the world. The mountains in the Andaman Islands also play an important role in regulating the local climate and are an important source of fresh water for the local population. The climate of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is tropical with high humidity and heavy rainfall throughout the year. The average temperature on the islands is around 27 degrees Celsius. The temperature may drop a bit during the monsoon season and the sea breeze makes the temperature more comfortable. The island experiences a monsoon season from May to September, during which time the majority of the annual rainfall occurs. The rest of the year is relatively dry with occasional short spells of rainfall. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami caused widespread devastation in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands with over 10,000 deaths reported and significant damage to infrastructure and buildings. Cyclone Nisaga of 2020, which hit the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in June 2020, caused significant damage to infrastructure, crops and houses. Power and communication lines were disrupted and several hundred people were evacuated from low-lying areas. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a home to a diverse range of flora, including tropical rainforests, mangrove swamps, and coral reefs. The islands are known for their high level of endemism, with many species of plants found only in this region. Mangrove swamps are found along the coast and are characterized by the presence of mangrove trees such as Rhizopora, Avicennia, and Brigada. Some of the important plant species found in Andaman are Andaman Padak, Andaman Ironwood, Andaman Ebony, Andaman teak, Andaman white cedar, and Andaman maua. The fauna of the Andaman Islands is diverse and includes a variety of endemic species. The islands are home to a wide range of animals, including elephants, deer, wild pigs, monkeys, and a variety of bird species. The marine life around the islands is also rich, with a variety of fish, turtles, and coral species. The Andaman Islands are also home to the Andaman Nicobar shrew, Andaman wild pigs, Andaman dejeko, and the Andaman crake, all of which are endemic to the islands. However, due to human activities, many of these species are now endangered. The Andaman Islands are home to several indigenous tribes. including the Great Andamanese, Ongi, Jarwa, and Sentinels. These tribes have a long history of living in isolation on the island and have developed their own unique culture, languages, and way of life. The Great Andamanese are the largest tribe and are believed to have been living in the islands for thousands of years. The Ongi are known for their hunting and gathering lifestyle, while the Jarwas are primarily fishermen. The Sentinels are one of the most isolated tribes and have had very little contact with outsiders. However, due to various reasons such as disease, displacement, and loss of land, the population of these tribes have been greatly diminished. According to 2011 census, the total population of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is 3.81 lakhs. The male population is 2.02 lakhs, the female population is 1.77 lakhs, and the transgender population is 47. And there are 876 females per thousand males in the island. As far as religion is concerned in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Hinduism constitutes 69.45%, Christianity is 21.7%, Islam is 8.51%, Sikhism is 0.33%, and Buddhism is 0.08%. The overall literacy rate of Andaman is 86.63% and the female literacy is 82.43%. Nicobari dance. Nicobari dance is the traditional dance of Andaman and Nicobar. It can be seen during the Oshiori feast, commonly known as the Pig Festival. The Andamanese are fond of their traditional music. The dancers move gracefully to the music and song of the Ongi tribe. Kali Puja. The festival is celebrated same as celebrated in Bengal and some other states. In this festival, the Hindu people of this island worship the goddess of Ma Kali as the goddess will ruin the evil. Mostly Bengalis take too much interest and celebrate this festival by decorating home with the lighting and all and do worship at Kali temple. Island Tourism Festival. Island Tourism Festival welfare the numerous outsiders visiting Andaman. The fair adds expressively to the local or neighborhood growth. This festival works as a wonderful system for all amateur musicians and artisans that bring as well as offer their finest. The artworks put together via months of efforts are showcased and also draw substantial admiration in addition to commercial gains. The assortment of creative productions are exhibited available for sale. Holi. Holi is going to be incredibly colorful as well as brilliant with excited people ahead of you to strike you with the colors. Fairly, there are an extremely few locations to go throughout the festival of Holi. Since anywhere you go, the colors are there too. It looks fun for certain. However, lots of people are completely withdrawn in obtaining colors on them as well as desire a retreat from the vibrant carnage. Machar Jol. This is a gravy fish that is highly delectable. It is a flavorsome dish that uses freshly cut coriander, turmeric powder, garam masala, and a few green chilies. There are a lot of other spices that are mixed into it, and that's what gives it a flavorsome ending. This dish has a soapy gravy, but it tastes just amazing. Coconut prawn curry. Coconut prawn curry is a specialty of Andaman. The prawns are cooked in gravy that has a strong flavor of coconut. It seems as if the gravy has directly been influenced by Tamil Nadu. You will get a dual taste while serving the dish, but the balance between sweet and the spicy is well managed by the cook. Chicken tikka masala. Another less gravy dish that is served with rice is chicken tikka masala. This is another hot and spicy recipe that is offered in most restaurants of Andaman. The same flavor you get here resembles what is served in many other places. The cellular jail. The cellular jail, also known as Kalapani, is a former colonial prison located in the Andaman Islands. It was built by the British during India's struggle for independence to exile political prisoners. The prison was known for its inhumane conditions and the severe punishment meted out to the prisoners. The jail was in operation from 1906 to 1938, during which time thousands of Indian freedom fighters were exiled here. The jail is a three-story structure with the 7 wings radiating from a central tower, each wing having several small, dark and damp cells. The prison was designed to ensure that the prisoners were kept in isolation and had little contact with the outside world. Today, the jail serves as a national memorial and a museum. and visitors can take guided tours to learn about the prisoners' history and the lives of the prisoners who were exiled here. St. George Church. St. George Church is an old Anglican church located in the Andaman Islands. It was built in the early 20th century and is one of the oldest churches in the islands. The church is known for its Gothic architecture and is a popular tourist attraction in the islands. It is also an important religious site for the Christian community living in the islands. The church is open to visitors and services are held regularly. It is a beautiful and serene place to visit, and the interior of the church is well maintained with intricate carvings and stained glass windows. Agriculture is the occupation of the most residents of the Andaman Islands. Principal crops include rice, coconut, betel, fruits and spices such as turmeric, rubber, oil, palms and cashews also are important. In addition to farming, there is a small forestry sector on the islands which focuses on production of sandwood for domestic uses. Surpluses are exported to the Indian mainland. Similarly, the products of the island fisheries are intended primarily for domestic consumption. The number of educational institutions is limited and most schools offer only primary education. Nevertheless, more than 4/5 of the territory's population is literate, which is well above the Indian national average. There are several post-secondary institutions offering industrial, technical and teacher training. The first nursing school was opened in 2001. There are 35 upper primary schools, 14 secondary schools and 2 higher secondary schools in the territory. And most prominently, Andaman and Nicobar Islands has Institute of Medical Sciences, the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Institute of Technology and the Andaman College. Basic healthcare is offered free of charges to the residents of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Services are provided by hospitals in the more densely populated areas and by community healthcare centers and primary healthcare facilities in the more rural regions. There is also an extensive network of healthcare sub-centers spread across the islands. There are 22 primary healthcare centers, 4 community healthcare centers, 122 sub-centers and 2 district hospitals in the islands. The Veer Savarkar International Airport in Port Blair is the main airport in the islands and connects them to major cities in India. The islands are also connected by regular ship services from major ports in India such as Kolkata, Chennai and Visakhapatnam. There are local buses available in the islands connecting major towns and tourist destinations. There are also ferry services available between the islands, particularly for inter-island travel. Admiral D.K. Joshi is the current Lieutenant Governor of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. He has served in a variety of command, staff and instructional appointments. His commands at sea include guided missile corvette INS Kutar, guided missile destroyer INS Ranveer and the aircraft carrier INS Virat, during which he was awarded Nausena Medal, Vishesh Seva Medal and Yuddha Seva Medal respectively. Around 26,000 BCE, the first human settlement on the Andaman Islands is believed to have occurred. In 1789, British naval officer Lieutenant Archibald Blair became the first outsider to visit the islands and establish a settlement. In 1858, the British established a penal colony on the islands, which was used to exile political prisoners from India. In 1942, during the Second World War, the Japanese occupied the Andaman Islands and used them as a base for their operations in the region. In 1945, the British re-established control over the island after the Japanese surrender. In 1947, India gained independence from the British colonial rule and the Andaman Islands became a part of the Indian Union. In the 1970s and 1980s, the Indian government began to settle mainland Indians on the islands, leading to displacement of indigenous tribes. And in 2004, the Indian Ocean tsunami caused significant damage to the Andaman Islands, leading to large-scale loss of life and infrastructure damage. Havelock Island. Havelock Island is one of the primary destinations of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It is famed for its pristine beauty that goes unmatched when it comes to untouched and unexplored natural beauty and virgin forests of earth. It is a striking contrast of verdant greenery, sandy wetness, and blue vast ocean body. Due to its more than fair share of popularity among tourists and travelers, Havelock has developed luxurious tourist resorts and hotels to pamper the guests, living in the lap of intense natural beauty. Havelock is the largest island and falls under must-visit destination. Rose Island. Rose Island carries a rich heritage of the British legacy since the time when India was under the British rule. It was named after Sir Daniel Rose, who was the British mariner surveyor. As you go through the historical and architectural ruins, you easily get transported to the worlds of the pre-independence India era. Rose Island is definitely a must-visit if you are in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Baratang Island. This exotic island is famous for its exquisite secluded beaches, mangrove creeks, mud volcanoes and limestone caves, each of which is unique and worth a visit. The experience of mud volcanoes and limestone caves is so enigmatic that it is worth the peep for the adventures and brave at heart. Guides are provided and permission needs to be secured from the Andaman Forest Department for limestone cave exploration. International Container Transshipment Terminal Project, setting up of 2 greenfield airport projects in the island, and setting up of an authority for marine products exports development. And that's it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed and learnt a lot from it. I will see you with another incredible state of India in the next. And don't forget to subscribe our channel and share it with your friends.